There's no one real protocol for post-labor economics, but there is a real solution. And if we want to have a directionally correct assumption as to what that solution will be, we first need to understand the technology that we're building itself. And if you ask me, AI is nothing but the decentralization of intelligence and labor as capital. Currently, we live in a society where the business owners have become really good at using human intelligence and labor as capital. And now they have human capital at their disposal for anything they want it to be applied to, which isn't a bad thing. That's actually a good thing because without it, we would have never gotten here. But now we are creating sufficiently powerful technology to where human capital will not necessarily be needed in a lot of things. There will be certain things that it'll be needed for a long time. But for the majority of tasks that any job requires, the AI intelligence and labor as capital will be sufficient. Now, this is becoming decentralized very fast. The hope is that that continues to be true. As long as this thing continues to be decentralized, it's not that AI disempowers the human, it empowers the human. For a short period of time, I think people are going to be afraid of AI and afraid of it taking their job. But on the other side of it, they're going to realize how capable they are with AI. They're not going to need that job anymore. So we're heading to this place very quickly, as long as the technology continues to be decentralized, where pretty much anybody has the leverage that a business owner has the capabilities that a business owner has, because they have the world's best software engineer, the world's best XYZ in their pocket as labor and intelligence that they can deploy as capital anytime they want to. And that's effectively where we're going. Now, the big thing is the power dynamics that change because of this. Obviously, whenever power dynamics in society change, big restructuring of society happens. And I think we are entering an era of what I call coin capitalism, where governance structures will be competing with each other because the current legacy structure and the current legacy model will likely break. If we look at Sam Altman and WorldCoin, he is building a network state. So what is a network state? A network state is basically a company, or not even really a company, it's trying to be a nation state by starting on the internet and using crypto technology and governance structures and systems and ideas to invent their own network state or their own governance structures and ways of doing things. Now, as I said in the beginning of the video, there's no one real protocol to post-labor economics, but there is one real solution. I think that solution is what I call coin capitalism, where you're going to have many different network states, maybe hundreds, thousands, perhaps a million different network states, all with their own governance structures, all with their own way of doing things, all with their own values, all with their own unique things, all competing with each other. And governance structures are the new product, not just software applications, not just physical products. Governance structures are the new product. And whichever governance structure has the best values, has the best incentives for that society to be the most efficient and effective, that'll likely be the one that outcompetes the rest. Now, I do think there will be many of these governance structures that continue to exist throughout the foreseeable future. I actually think if you look at the book, The Network State is an idea to replace the nation state. And I think it actually goes beyond that. I think first the network state model will replace the nation state, and then it will replace the current corporation structure, and then eventually the small business structure. Because in the limit, the network state model and the first principles of a civilization itself are basically going to make us a form of a post-economic society. Or not post-economic, but post-current economics, right? So what is this going to look like? What is the future of the human going to look like in one of these societies? So effectively, you're going to be able to have your different memberships to your different network states where you have the little things that you like about each one. It's kind of like whenever you go to your aunt's house and you like the things that they do there, and then you go to your grandma's house and you like the things that they do there, and then you like to go home to the one that you like to stay at the most, and then whenever you want to, you'll go visit your aunt and then grandma and then grandpa and then brother and then sister and all these different places. You're going to have a variety of different things where you can do a variety of different things And you're going to have the ability to provide value in all of these different places, whether it is just providing creative value or allocating your AI and robotics, or maybe you are offering up some of the energy that you're producing because you'll be able to be self-reliant at this point. You'll be able to harvest your own energy from scratch to power your own compute and run your own AI models and have your own robotics, have your own 3D printers. And at this point, I mean, you are almost post-economic. I do think there will be a form of exchange. It'll probably be in the form of cryptocurrency, and it'll be just this mechanism, kind of like the US dollar, where you can trade amongst other people within one of these societies, and then you'll use a decentralized exchange to trade that currency back and forth between these different communities. And overall, you're just going to be living in these different network states that have these different governance structures, these different rules, their different ways of doing things, their different values. And whichever one you like the best, you'll just be able to choose. I think that's where we're personally going. Now, we currently have a time period where anybody can start to build one of these network states today. All it really starts with is a simple online movement. Somebody dancing in front of the camera like I am right now, creating content and spreading awareness about values and ideas that they actually enjoy, and providing value to the community that they're trying to build. And that's basically what I'm trying to do on this YouTube channel. Is I'm at the beginnings of the inception of what I would like to be a network state one day. Now, I think this is a short-term opportunity, not a short-term opportunity. I think there's an opportunity here that won't last forever, that if we start today, we can actually build something pretty phenomenal. But if we do start today, the future is going to be very bright. And especially if you take the accelerating technology into play and potentially the possibilities for longevity medicines, or not necessarily longevity escape velocity that could be possible. We don't know for sure yet. But I do think radical life extension is almost not guaranteed, but it's highly likely for my generation at least. And taking all of these things into consideration, like, we should be playing a long-term games. And what is the longest term game? Building civilization from scratch. So that's the game I'm playing. And I think we should all be playing by this game. That being said, I think this is what post-labor economics is most likely to look like. There's not going to be a single protocol. You're going to have effectively coin capitalism, where you have a bunch of different competing governance structures and maybe crypto coins that are basically competing against each other to maximize their own position on the playing field. And I mean, I just think that's going to be how it continues to go for the foreseeable future. Until one day, maybe we do branch off on the different planets and Elon colonizes Mars, and then maybe we colonize other planets. And at that point, you'll have your own network states forming on there as well. And that's kind of like the long-term vision here. So that being said, if you want to see my other YouTube channel, I've just created one for me actually building technology with AI and actually leveraging the technology of AI to do things. Everything that I do, actually applying the technology, can be found on that channel. This channel is more about the macro landscape and how things are looking, and kind of like almost like news and keeping up with the technologies and the changes that are happening. So this is the news and macro channel. The other channel is the application of the technology channel. So I would recommend subscribing to both. They're both pretty valuable, but I also have a new free community linked in the description below if you would like to join it. And if you want to join the premium community and join the network state that we're building, United States of Acceleration, go ahead and click the Join USX link in the description below. I will see you guys in the next video.